guys, it's Liam Carrison here with another episode of Charmed. It's episode 11 of season 7 as we hit the halfway point of this season, and some very integral stuff with Kyle's story, especially in regards to his parents. So you can check out the reaction in the comments or the description below. Pick your poison. And I'll be interested to see what you guys have to say in the comments, so please feel free to comment and whatnot. And until the next time, I will see you guys later. Have fun with the reaction, and until then, toodles. So this was pretty great to go through. I kind of wish we did get a bit more. I mean, even though that I felt like it was obvious that Kyle was going to see something different in regards to how his parents died, I do kind of wish we kind of got a bit more in regards to that story in particular. Although I do feel like, because it was already borrowing elements on a page from the past, I do feel like people might feel like it's essentially a rehash if they focused so much effort to basically remodel the episode to fit it in Carl's perspective in regards to his parents. So as well as the fact that we would be taken away from other developments in this episode, especially when it comes to the whole Zanku situation and Leo getting out to the elders by Zanku, as well as the whole power switching thing. I mean, some people might feel like that might be a little thing for Paige and Phoebe to do. For Piper and Phoebe to do, should I say. It does kind of work though as well, because I mean, Phoebe's whole intent was for Piper to get a little look-see into the potential future, which, all well and good. Except, there was, as Piper mentioned, a precedence for the power switching thing to go wrong. And I think it went worse in this episode, because not only did Zanku he decided to ruin the party at the most vulnerable moment for the Charmed Ones, but also the spells decided to go to two random people and all of that. And even when the people, even when you think, it should be easy, we'll just tell them to give back what is ours, and done. No problem. Except there were problems because of the fact that they were like, you know what, we should use this for personal gain, etc. And so, and we can do this for evil as well, because they were essentially going on the path of evil and all of that. So I'm sure that the powers that be would take fondly of what they were doing. But to be fair, I was surprised that nothing was done when they decided, let's go gambling. So, but I mean, it's not just them who have seemingly caved to this future that Phoebe apparently saw, but also Piper seemingly gotten a bit of she's seemingly gotten a bit of an idea in terms of the whole fact that this utopia could be a possibility. So but again, I mean, look, we're all thinking the same thing here. This is the thing. It's all too perfect. There is something more going on. I just can't help but feel like it's a total fabrication and all of that. And, I mean, it is a total fabrication, but what Phoebe is seeing is definitely a total fabrication of what she wants to see. So, because, again, it's only Phoebe. When she had that guy, when she had that guy go through what she saw, again, it only stemmed from her perspective, because that's it though. She was kind of channeling what she saw and using the abilities of her powers to kind of project it into his, like, it's not like the avatars were like, hey, random guy, I can show you what I showed Phoebe. So she's still got the retention of so it's only one vision, basically. And of course the avatars are going to sugarcoat it as, it's all well and good, this is what we're trying to achieve, no good and evil, perfect balance, perfect utopia, nothing to worry about, sunshine and rainbows, literally. So the problem stems that it's only one. Yeah, if the avatars decided to pop down and be like, okay, I can show you, basically. I mean, yeah, it might be a bit of an inconvenience, like, oh, I'll allow Phoebe to, do this. But it gives a bit of security to what the avatars are promising, because we're all thinking, like I said, it's too perfect. It's too good to be true. There needs to be some kind of security, some kind of assurance, where, you can't just rely on Phoebe, on Phoebe's POV, because that could just be, because again, I stated back earlier in the season about how, I'm kind of getting the Time Lord's idea when it came to the end of time. We'll become creatures of consciousness alone and all of that, free of these bodies, free of time, etc., free of any kind of consequence. That sounds, that is not evil whatsoever, is it, Rassilon? So yeah. And again, it could be a situation of, well, extreme measures need to be made to ensure that this utopia becomes a thing. AKA everyone on Earth needs to die or something like that. I don't know. We just think it's just too good to be true. So yeah. And like I said, it could be a situation of, well, this is only going to be apparent to Phoebe's POV. What Piper, what Paige, what anyone else sees is going to be different. And the only reason that guy shared... Because that's it, though. Piper's got the idea of... Well, he seemed content, so, I guess that's good enough for me. But it stemmed from Phoebe. It's like, okay, well, I'm basically screen sharing what I just saw to you. That's essentially it. It's not like she is an avatar herself. So, yeah. But I don't know. I'm just trying to vilify the avatars at this point, because of the fact that it's too good to be true. And it doesn't help with the fact that they were shady in the beginning of this season. And now they're playing the whole, well, we're just, trying to look out for everyone shtick. It's not happening. So, yeah. At the same time, the elders can go and fuck themselves. If I had a penny for every time I said that. No, if I had a nickel, I wouldn't have 2 nickels. I'd have a lot more. That was butchered from that icon. I was saying it quite a few times, especially during the Vampire Diaries season 4 finale, because there were just quite a few things that I was like, you know what, it's funny that this happened, and it's funny that this happened today, so if I had a nickel... Anyways, I digress. Yeah, the elders... I mean, they tried to kill they fought. So... I mean, that's it, though. I was thinking, oh, Leo's going to get, if anything, badly hurt. He's not going to die. They're trying to mob him, and they're trying to, funnily enough, have this collective, Palpatine moment against Leo. Not going to work, though. So, yeah. It just shows how they are not going to take any shit whatsoever, and I'm not going to take any shit from them. They can go, and you know what? It's funny, because I've just, spent a good amount of time just damning the avatars. And I've got my reasons. You're going to be skeptical and all of that. But at the same time, the elders are just knobs, so they can just die. The avatars can just deal with them, and I'll be fine with it. Look, that's it though. If that's the extent of what they do, I'll be fine with that. But yeah, of course, Zanku just stirring things along in terms of outing Leo to the elders. So, cause I mean, to be fair, they're gonna act as well because they've suspected something's been off with Leo for quite some time. So they're going to have word about, hey, well, word on the grapevine, Leo is now an avatar. They're going to act. So, and so they had this little intervention for Leo, which didn't go down well for them. So, yeah. But yeah, I also got to say, going back to Piper's skepticism about this whole utopia, I do like the idea of, well, even if she caved to the whole idea of this utopia, there is still going to be some skepticism on her part, understandably, because of a valid point she makes. This is still remaking the world. This is still a big shift in terms of like just shaping the world and playing God, essentially. I do really love the, you know, aspect of like, whereas Phoebe's like completely sold about it, like, well, it seems so blissful, perfect and happy. I'm in. I'm sold. You've got Piper, who is questioning the morality of the whole decision, because you're remaking the world, and it's kind of like iffy, isn't it? So I do like the fact that despite the fact that it seems great, too good to be true, there are still going to be understandable questions raised. So yeah. But yeah, and yeah, the whole Brody and Paige situation, like I said, yeah, I mean, obviously there are going to be, like I said, semblances from a Paige to the past. But it was just really great. I am just really worried about what Brody's going to do, because of course he still kept one of the spare vials, despite the fact that he got like answers in terms of who really killed his parents. aka Source 2, I guess, because it's the same actor who played the Source, of course, but he's not the Source. We saw him in another episode earlier this season where he had his little disciple who you know, killed him. So yeah, we saw them earlier this season, and yeah, it seems like they were the ones. And of course, Brody's whole shtick was, well, because I did some digging and those vials were, you know, anti-Avatar vials. You know, I'm just putting two and two together. Like, maybe they feared them, so... and they had to have a weapon to defeat the Avatars, so... Yeah, but, I'm just worried about Brody's mindset, because he might just be unhinged. I don't know. He's got answers to who killed his parents, but he's still keeping a weapon against the Avatars on his person, or in the box, but you get the idea. I'm worried for Brody at this moment. Not in terms of any kind of survivability, because of course he came in close to killing Leo, and the Avatars were like, that's twice. Something needs to be done about this shit. But more so his mindset. Because what is my guy going to do? So, yeah. I will say, though, it was really nice. Like, my heart broke for the young Brody. I'm not going to lie. Wholesome kid. But also, of course, Kyle having to see and not be able to, having to be steered by Paige. It was a really amazing choice to have Paige. I mean, it seemed deliberate because of the fact that, you know, Paige and Brody have a special connection, but also it just fits anyways because of the fact that, like I said, this is like a Paige from a past, and Paige has been down this road before a few seasons ago, and now it's her turn to kind of guide Kyle in terms of what to do, what to not do. So, yeah. And John Hamm appearing in this as Keanu Reeves, essentially, mixed with... That's it, though. He was essentially Keanu Reeves mixed with Indiana Jones, because you can tell where Kyle got his Indiana Jones love from, given the whole artifacts things. But he was essentially that. He was... If Keanu Reeves and Indiana Jones had a love child, it would be John Hamm in this episode. That's it. So... go back to the episode and tell me I am delusional for thinking that he doesn't look like Keanu Reeves, especially, you know, the whole artifacts thing. So, yeah. No. It was a really, really great episode, though. Really, really love... I really, really loved how things played out in this episode, especially the present day situation and the as well as I guess what was happening in the past, really. So yeah, but yeah, until then, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!